Hello besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Patricia Noel Titus, your online makeup coach, and today we're going to be growing our hair literally. But I'm not gonna say grow our hair because she literally has hair, but our hair is pure white. So we're basically sketching our brows, fluffy, natural, and defined. You know how we roll. Let's get right into the video. First off, I'm powdering our natural eyebrows, which are basically pure white, because I want to take out all the foundation residues and also highlight our brow bone, the powder I'm using, so I don't have to conceal, because I didn't really say I don't conceal my brows, but I do not conceal my brows very often, so I like to do that highlight in the brow bone part, so it gives the easy highlighted effect. Well, now what I'm doing is I'm trying to get a stroke in the middle of the brows. Now, the guide for the stroke is it has to be somewhat the type of brows you want, so you have to get a stroke that is going to give the shape of brows you want. Basically, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just taking strokes from down to the middle of the brows. See that first line I used as a guide? I'm just taking tiny strokes, please, tiny strokes, because if the strokes aren't so tiny, you're gonna end up making mistakes and wanting to correct them. But if they're so tiny and the brow is not bold enough, you can always go back to make any corrections. So I'm just gonna be taking tiny strokes from the down of the brows to the middle while trying to maintain my line, which is the guide, the original guide. At the same time, trying to maintain the shape of the brows, because I'm taking tiny strokes to folding it down to the line just to maintain the shape, so I don't lose the shape. I'm doing the same thing for the top while still maintaining the shape. I know where my brow bone is. I'm going over to check my second brows, basically for the second one though, but if this is the first one, I'm just going to be maintaining my brow bone and using that first line. Like I said, that's why the first line is there. It's our original guide to how we want the brow to look. It's not the first line is going to be visible if you don't want it to be. If you want it to be visible, that's your choice. You're just going to make it thicker. So I'm just basically going over that and trying to make sure that I'm not making the brow too big, because if this brow is not big enough, I can always correct it. If you notice, I didn't take the first stroke from the beginning of the brows, right? I took it from midway. So now I'm just going to go in and fluff out the beginning of the brows, trying to meet up with the other parts of the brows, which I already did. And that's it. This is the sketched work. All I'm doing right now, basically, this is the brows. This is the routine of the brows. Now, what I am doing is looking at the other shape, trying to meet up the shapes and trying to make sure that they're looking fuller, just more strokes. Basically, it's just more strokes at this point, while trying to make sure it's straight as well. Please, we're not doing lines here, so don't try to correct this brows using the other brow method. If you do, you're just going to have lines in between the strokes, and that's not going to look like the fluffy natural brows we're after. So what I'm doing is correcting. If you want a more detailed video, more explanatory video on tools and everything, you can check a video of me doing my personal brows down below. Like I said, my YouTube is for personal and professional makeup training. So yes, if you want to learn how to do makeup personally or professionally, I got you. I'm your online total makeup coach, and yes, I am just going over the brows. Voicing over is harder than I thought. Forgive my moment of weakness. I am back and stronger. We're just going over it, and I'm just trying to fill in any blanks that I feel okay, it's not dark enough, the shape is not given enough. I'm just trying to walk over it. And yes, you can actually conceal these brows. When I say I don't conceal brows, it's necessarily because 9 out of 10, okay, let me just say 9 out of 10, that's exaggerating. 7 out of 10 times I get the brows correctly once, so I did not conceal it. But if you have to conceal it, you just go over it and just use a little concealer to make clean up corrections if you want to. But I did do a clean up correction in this brow section. I don't know if I filmed it because it wasn't really much, but it was just a little I felt like I needed to correct. So basically, yeah, that's it. That's how we get a natural, fluffy, defined eyebrows. And yes, step away from your brows, the rules, go over it, look at it, feel like it's okay, then it's okay. If you feel like it's not okay, then make the little corrections you feel like you have to make. So this is me trying to make sure that they are as equal as possible, even if I'm not struggling to get them to be so same and everything else. And that is how we did our natural, fluffy, and defined eyebrows. And you can check below for a video I made for myself that came out more detailed because I was like explaining every crook and corner of the brows. So if you want a more detailed video, you can check that one out. If you haven't subscribed or turned on your notification, you have to do that right now. And don't forget to follow me on my social media platforms. And yes, I do have a channel on my Instagram where you can send pictures of your progress. Like if you know this class, you know we are in to make sure you know how to do makeup. So you can try this brow out on a model and send pictures, and we could do a correctional video for like the most problems. And yes, that's it, because one thing about my class is we want to see you till you do know how to do your makeup perfectly. That's the goal here, to be able to be your online makeup tutor for you to get everything in details. And yes, why haven't you subscribed yet? Do not forget to click that subscription button. Thank you for watching. Bye.